Let's learn about mantids! Okay, so this is like about the third time I've recorded this because stuff keeps going wrong. I'm sorry I've not got the footage I really wanted to get. But anyway, praying mantis, mantidae, let's learn all about them. Get their name from the position they sit, almost as if they're adopting a prayer position. These are carnivorous invertebrates and they range in size from around 6 inch to half an inch, or half an inch up towards 6 inch. Around 2,400 species distributed worldwide, and unfortunately none of these are in the UK. Of the 2,400 species, they fall into about 430 genus spread across 15 families. My beautiful reenactment here of the Cretaceous period, which is where they derive from, around 146 to 166 million years ago. Earlier specimens lack certain characteristics associated with the mantids we know and see today, such as the elongated pronotum, which is a plate-like structure covering all or part of the thorax, and an elongated neck and lack of spines on the forearms. So, some wicked cool characteristics of the mantis. Yeah. Yeah! Two big, huge compound eyes, which you can visibly see, and they have three smaller eyes, which are located between them. They also have the ability to swivel their head 180 degrees. Mantis has only one ear, which is located on the underside of the belly, which is just forward of the hind legs. It means that they cannot discriminate the direction in which sound is coming from. This one ear is more commonly found in mantids that take flight, and also, funnily enough, it's more often the males that fly. But anyhow, this ear picks up on ultrasonic noise, such as bats' echolocation. It means they can basically detect a hunting bat and avoid becoming prey themselves. Species that generally tend not to possess the ear are more commonly flightless species. So, yeah. Active hunters, some are ambush predators, some will actively hunt prey. One thing is 100% certain is that once you are caught on those spikes, there's little hope of escape. The forearms are covered with sort of reverse spikes, meaning that once the arm closes, the spikes pretty much pin the item in place. The more you try and wriggle free, the more you're just impaled. They eat prey alive, unlike sort of spiders and scorpions and stuff that inject venom. These guys don't even bother with that. They just grab you and eat the living crap out of you. So yeah, let's hope they never get like bigger than 6 inches, because I don't fancy my chances against one of these bad boys. Anyway, larger species have been seen taking on hummingbirds, but generally they'll tend to feed on flying insects, cockroaches, basically anything they can catch. They have been witnessed to see their own. What we're seeing here is the ooth, which takes us nicely on to mating. Yes, it's true, the female may cannibalise the male, although this is a trait more commonly seen in private breeding programs and in lab scenarios. It's speculated that in wild only about 30% of males actually end up cannibalised. Although, interestingly enough, even after decapitation, the male is still capable of reproduction. So yeah, as I said, once if it's successfully mated, the female will then produce the ooth, like what you saw in that first part there. After about 3 to 6 months, they produce anything ranging from about 30 to 300 offspring. The female male mantis has the ability to successfully reproduce fertile ooths without a male. This is parthenogenesis, but the offspring will be exclusively female. So what we're seeing here is a communal tank with a couple of ghost mantis, Philocrania paradoxa. Some species are considered communal, others it's highly recommended just keep them separate, don't risk it. Even with communal species such as the ghost we've seen here, cannibalism will occur or can occur. It can be limited by ensuring there's plenty of food, space, but it can only limit the risk. You can't fully eliminate it. the only way you're going to fully eliminate it is to house them all separately. Housing itself needs to be twice as wide as the mantis is tall. So if you take the mantis, turn on its side, twice the width and 3 times the height. Decorations can be a couple of branches, twigs, anything the mantis has to hang off, because it needs that space to hang for the molting process, which we'll go on to just in a wee moment. You can use live plants, fake plants, whatever kind of takes your fancy, as long as there's adequate space to hang. It could be plastic containers with mesh lids, exoterra. You can get mantis nets. There's loads of suitable housing as long as you've got the size, or bigger. That's a minimum size. You can have much bigger. Here we see a molted mantis. So basically they have an exoskeleton. They need to break out that exoskeleton, similar to spiders, scorpions, that kind of thing. From hatching out the ooth, they'll molt about 6 to 9 times before reaching maturity and developing their wings. Then he or she can be on their way to reproduce for themselves. The males quite often mature a lot quicker than the females, meaning offspring from the same ooth will see the males ready to go and get jiggy long before, possibly months before the females are ready to do so. This could maybe be to prevent crossbreeding between siblings. As mentioned, larger mantises, all mantises, need to hang upside down, break out the old exoskeleton, and they'll hang off the skin, the old skin, until they're ready to move off. Number of molts will vary on species and sex. Due to this rigid outer skeleton, it means that they do not grow in between molts. Now the major butt kick and the downside of the mantis. So we kind of covered mating, feeding, communal setups, growing. Its lifespan. Sadly, this to me is like their biggest kick in the arse. Lifespan of the mantis following maturity ranges from about 6 months to a year. Some people have reported mantis living longer than that. Although please do, put in comments if you keep mantises, the sort of lifespans and species that you've had and how long they've lasted for. It'd be quite interesting to see how people have done with them. They're an amazing animal to keep. Watching them feed is just absolutely fascinating. Different characteristics, different behaviours. One of my most amazing memories was the first time I had an adult deadleaf mantis throw out a wing display. It's like making themselves big, and the markings on the wings are just absolutely stunning. And until you've seen it, you can't actually comprehend just how amazing and beautiful it is. They can make suitable pets for the kids right through up until adults. Obviously I'm an adult, maybe slightly kiddie-ish at times, but I'm an adult, and I find them absolutely fascinating, and kids find them fascinating. Obviously some species are more suitable than other species for younger people to keep. Please do, and this is applicable to any pet, please do your research before buying. Make sure you're getting a species. Some are much easier to keep than others. Some of the other species require quite a lot of knowledge and specialist care to get it right. So please do your research, ask lots of questions, make sure you're getting the right species of mantis for you. But I do hope that right now, as I'm blabbling on, you're enjoying this rather speeded up version of one of the mantises I received from my friend Steph, devouring a maggot in quick time. The actual process took about half an hour, and it's such a tiny mantis. I felt quite fortunate to get this footage. But anyway, I do hope this video has provided you with enough information that might make you think about getting into mantids. They are fascinating to keep, really amazing, as I say. Only downside is a short lifespan, but then you may want to consider breeding to prolong your generation and bloodline. It's something to think about, but please do let me know in the comments what you think. Please do like, subscribe. Please do ask any questions, comment what you thought of this video. And yeah, hopefully, as I say, I've tried to cover enough general knowledge of mantids that it might make you go and either do your own research, ask some questions, and hopefully maybe get into keeping these absolutely amazing, fascinating little creatures. So enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you and bye bye. I really hoped to catch video more applicable to what we're seeing. I was hoping to catch some molting behaviour. I've not got any for breeding, so I couldn't catch any breeding behaviour, but I was wanting to try and catch a really cool molting video, but I could be waiting forever and a day for that. They generally tend to molt late evening, overnight, so more often than not, by the time you get up, they've done it. But anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed that. I do hope it's provided some level of useful information for you to put to some form of use. Anyway, please do like, subscribe, be good, be kind, take care, and bye bye for now. It's a goodbye from me. It's a goodbye from him.